Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Alright, had to turn the volume up. So, if you watched yesterday's video about how to survive in War of the Worlds type of stuff, you're probably gonna like this one too. So one of my most favorite movies of all time have been Invasion of the Body Snatchers. The original is in black and white. I can't really find that here on YouTube there, but I do have a clip with Donald Sutherland, and I'm gonna play that a little bit for you. And I'm doing this because this is part 1 of what do you need to do in this situation and how would I personally survive it and how other people personally survive it. If you have not seen the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, stop. Don't watch this. Go watch that. And then go watch the best one that was a remake, and it's my opinion. Y'all don't have to like it, but the best one that I liked was the one with Billy Worth and Gabriel and Moore. So as an actor, you are blessed with an amazing job where you get to play roles that these guys play. In the original movie, the one before the Donald Sutherland one that was in black and white, it was a strange situation. I can't remember how it all began, and each movie has a different adaptation. So watch all 3 or 4, because it depends on how many movies have been made since I've been around. I know specifically of 3. I know the original one was in black and white. I couldn't tell you what year it came out, but we can find out. We're Googling this thing. You know, you guys probably want to definitely be aware that there has been more than one version of this. So, let's get to this phone doohickey thing. What year was the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers? 1956.
The Body Snatchers is a 1956 American science fiction horror film produced by Walter Wanger, directed by Don Siegel, that stars Kevin McCarthy and Dana Winter.
Which was a really good movie. It's in black and white. Let me see if I can give you the images. Because I don't know if it's going to show you the pie people, but this was the first one. So I'm a 70s kid. I was born in the 70s, rather. So I'm basically an 80s and 90s kid because I was still a teenager in the mid-90s. So, yeah, that was a pretty good movie. How many Invasion of the Body Snatcher remakes are there?
According to Variety, the film has been remade 3 times, in 1978 with Donald Sutherland starring and Philip Kaufman directing, in 1993 as Body Snatchers with Gabrielle Anwar starring and Abel Ferrara directing, and in 2007 as The Invasion with Daniel Craig and Nicole Kidman starring and Oliver Hirschbiegel directing.
Eureka! I didn't know that was an Invasion of the Body Snatcher remake. So, I guess I should have been paying more attention to that, and I did see that movie. And it was a good movie. If you're a Daniel Craig fan or a Nicole Kidman fan, that movie had a little bit of a twist, so you really couldn't tell it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Or I really couldn't tell that it was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. But we're going to leave that one off, because that one is like totally way into left field versus the other 3. Because the 78 one, that one, and the 93 one are as close to the original as you can get. So, we're going to show you this clip really fast of Donald Sutherland in the Invasion of the Body Snatcher Scream. Then I'm going to talk to you guys about this movie. So, let's set you up really quickly. Hope you guys can see that. Let's not let my computer fall. Uh-oh.
My skin gets
well, something went wrong.
This new Olay serum feels so dewy and hydrated, gives my skin an extra.
I have no idea who this woman
it's
is.
full of energy.
And Olay, I need a job.
I'm Denise Bedeau. My skin is powerful, and I can face anything with my Olay.
Okay.
In an American decade that included a gas crisis,
Did this thing skip?
pet rock phenomenon,
Apparently,
and disco music,
something went wrong.
Hollywood crafted a perfectly frightening film that
This
elicited
is
screams 4
Not what I
decades
wanted
later.
to show y'all, because what I wanted to show you was only like 2 minutes
Here's
long.
everything you
I
may
obviously hit a
or
wrong button. Here you go. You guys can go back and find that young lady and go to her channel and watch whatever she's doing. How long is this damn clip? Okay, 2 minutes. I can give you 2 minutes. See, I forgot what his character actually was, career-wise. But as you notice, all these people are emotionless drones. You guys really got to go see these movies. You have to pull them out. It's like pulling a rabbit out of your hat to watch these things.
Matthew? Matthew?
Okay. I know you all probably have no idea what you just saw. So, now I'm going to get you back on me. And I'm going to explain that. Alright, so if you didn't see that version, things were looking pretty glim for them towards the end. Him and the young lady that you just saw got separated that night, but she managed to survive, and she didn't fall asleep. He fell asleep and was replaced, which is why all the people in the elevator who was in that building were pretty much replaced. Now, it's never known how she survived, but to blend in with the Snatchers, because I don't remember what the hell they were actually called, but to blend in with the Snatchers, you had to be completely and totally derived. You had to be an emotionless drone to blend in with them. If you show one little bit of emotion, that noise that he made alerted all the other people who were like him that a human was amongst them. Alright? So let's start from the beginning, which I don't really remember, so I'm going to give you as best I can of what I remember. Apparently, alien spaceship crashed somewhere on planet Earth, and they pretty much, let me see if I can find it again, and we can give you a summary. Okay, so this is the 97 version, I think. Not 79, 78, excuse me. Alright, so it's a remake of the classic horror film in San Francisco. Matthew assumes when his friend Brooke Adams complains that her husband is strange, etc., etc. Doesn't give you the full detail of what the hell happened, how the alien ship dispatched all the pod people. So let's refer to them as pod people, because it doesn't say what the hell they actually are here. Alright, so that young lady that you saw, I believe, was Brooke Adams. I have no idea who that was. But, for the most part, apparently there was an alien invasion and nobody knew about it. Alright? And since nobody knew about it, no one noticed when people started being strange. Alright? I was trying to see if this thing would give me a full summary here. Alright, no, not a full summary. Just to cast people. Not a full summary. Not a full summary. Just a couple of clips. Yeah, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to find a full summary. Alright, so the pod people, somehow or another, landed on Earth, and they started taking over. And whoever they took over, they really wanted to get into the top heads of the government so that they could replace everybody on the planet, which eventually does not actually happen in the original movie. I forgot how the original movie ends. I'm going to have to go Google that. But the original movie in the 60s, somehow they fix it. In this movie, at the end, Donald Sutherland reveals that young lady to be a human, where he and his cohorts are now pod people. And so, at the end, it kind of leaves her stranding there, but you know that the bad guys are coming, because very few humans survive in that. So it was basically it was a M. Night Shyamalan twist in there somewhere. This is probably what taught M. Night Shyamalan to have twist in it. But anyway, in the version that I liked, which are what we're going to explore from now on until the end and until the second video, the one with Billy Worth and Gabriel Anwar. In that one, the humans also survived because they figured out how to tell humans from pod people. And just like in all three of the movies, the one thing that they had in common is that you are replaced when you go to sleep. Now, the one with Gabriel Anwar was the best for the simple fact that they had better technology and they can make the movie as close to the original as possible, and they could actually do pod people. But it also breaks down on how they were being replaced by certain military people were replacing them, certain high class figures. They basically dropped the pods off in the mail, but not like talking about it. Someone had gotten into the house and put the pods. They found out how many people lived there, put the pods under the house. So when you went to sleep, the vines would crawl through the walls and attach to you and suck your essence and your life away. So you would essentially die, but the pod person would be born and relive your life. So emotionless drone. You had to cut off all your emotions to pass as these things, these pod people. Now, in some cases, they've come real close. In Gabriel Anwar's bathtub scene, she was almost replaced, but she woke up just in time and snatched the vines off of her, and her pod person died right in front of her. So you guys, I just spoiled that for you, but you have to go see that movie. And the second spoiler alert on that is that her brother gets captured by them, and he falls asleep, and he becomes a pod person. So her and Billy Worth go back to rescue him, and she winds up having to throw her brother off the helicopter. And then they go back and start taking out fractions. So I'm leaving it there as we move on. So, how do you combat something that's only going to get you when you are asleep? Here's a problem with this, which is what probably in the whole thing that I'll do, the Invasion of the Body Snatchers is probably the most dangerous of all the things. They're more dangerous than vampires, they're more dangerous than zombies, they're more dangerous than werewolves, because like Freddy Krueger, you are only vulnerable to them if you fall asleep. The average human being, more than likely outside of soldiers, because what I was told in the army is the average soldier can probably stay up 48 to 72 hours without sleep, perfectly trained. However, that ain't always the case. So let's not go with that. That's just what I was told. Now we're going to Google this and see how long a person can go without sleep. How long can the average human go without sleep?
Here's a summary from Healthline. The longest recorded time without sleep is approximately 264 hours. Although it's unclear exactly how long humans can survive without sleep, it isn't long before the effects of sleep deprivation start to show.
Okay. This thing also says approximately 264 hours or just over 11 consecutive days. So that's longer than what I was told in the Army. Alright, so the average human can go 11 days without sleep. So that's a war of attrition for whoever is going to attack you. Alright? How long can the average human go without food or water?
According to Business Insider, a human can go without food for about 3 weeks but would typically only last 3 to 4 days without water.
Okay, I didn't know it was 3 to 4 weeks. I thought it was just a week. Well, I guess that's some substantial stuff that I had to learn there. So, you got those things going against you. So you have 11 days that you can go without sleep. You got 3 weeks you can go without without food. But 3 days that you can go maximum without water. So you're dealing with that while you're dealing with something from another galaxy that gets you and replaces you when you are at your most vulnerable, which is when you go to sleep. Let that sink in as you go to the next video.